which is scarier than I expected. Okay. Hi, my name is Kev O'Hara, and I am the publisher of Up magazine. So I went to Mega Fair my freshman year with a friend of mine from high school who knew me from our journalism class. And she told me that I should check out Up. So I went and I met Greta, who was the editor-in-chief my freshman year. And it was just a very fun group of people who helped me get involved with Miami and made me feel more at home. I started out as a staff writer, and then I became copy editor with my good friend Haley Jenna, who is now the editor-in-chief. And then I met Lily Manchester, who was Up's publisher last year, and she chose me to be the publisher this year. My freshman year at the fall issue release party, I went in and I had never really talked to many of the other staff writers or really gotten to know them, but I walked into Brick and it was decorated so nicely and it was just a really cool environment. But you know, I was kind of standing there alone and awkward freshman, kind of bopping to the music and everything. And I look over and I see Haley. And she's kind of standing there too, kind of bopping and looking around and everything. And we both side-eyed each other and moved towards each other a little bit. And Haley finally went, "You're a staff writer, right?" And I said, "Yeah, and what's your name?" And pretty much from there, we just became really close friends, and it's been an awesome journey with her just because she is someone that I feel like I can call at 2 o'clock in the morning and go over to her house and just talk about what happened in my day or about something that happened over text that I just really need to get off my chest, but then 10 minutes later we're laughing, having inside jokes and that kind of thing. So it's been really awesome growing with her through Up, and I'm so glad our senior year we got to really cap it off with these positions. So Lily Manchester, who was last year's publisher, and I met at the Up Info Night my junior year, and afterwards we were walking out and we were kind of just talking about how the beginning of your year was going and how excited we were for the year to start, and cut forward to 3 hours later and we were literally still standing outside of Scheidler Hall just talking about everything, and we finally looked at our watches and we were like, we have literally been just standing out here for forever. From that point on, Lily and I we just clicked, and it was a lot of fun to get to know her just because she is so inspiring. Lily is amazing because she wants you to be the best that you can be, and she really helps you nurture the side of yourself that you want to be nurtured. She challenges you in the ways that you should be challenged by a friend. But more than anything, she was always there for me, and she always is. And if it wasn't for Up, there is absolutely no way of saying that I would have for sure been able to meet Haley, or that I would have for sure been able to have connected so well with Lily and been able to have those memories. I am a creative writing major and I am a classical humanities minor, which means I love just sitting down and journaling or writing out stories. And I also love stories that have to do with history, which is where the classical humanities comes in. I love ancient history. I love learning stories of people, and I like fleshing out these historical figures that you hear about all the time or that you see immortalized in stone. You know, it's kind of fun to learn about what they would have done on a daily basis, what they would have been like. And so how that stuff kind of plays into what I've done with Up is one of the things that I valued most with my time as a writer with Up was that I always found whatever my ideas were, even if in my mind they didn't necessarily go perfectly with the theme that we had picked. Greta or Kelly and Fran, Maddie and Lily, they were always like, perfect, you know, just go with it, run with it. And even if I didn't know what I was doing right away, or if I thought I was messing up, I would go into our writers' conferences and I would just be like, help. And they were always so helpful and so inspiring. And it really just helped me grow and to see that one of the most valuable things in Up, and also I just think in life in general, is making connections and having conversations. And it's so much better to just put yourself out there and say, I don't understand this, or I'm lost, or I really don't know what's going on right now, because you will find that so many people will be like, hey, it's all good, we're here, and we're excited to see what you come up with. Okay, yeah, I could talk about that. So, in high school, or in middle school and high school, I had Facebook, I had Twitter, I had Instagram, I had Pinterest, I had everything that you could think of. And unfortunately, I was one of those people that fell down the rabbit hole of constantly going on the Explore page and being like, what is this person liking? Or is this person on Instagram right now but not texting me back? And I was also the person that would be sitting at dinners with people that I loved and people that I wanted to talk to, and I would suddenly like look up and be like, do you think this filter looks good, while they were in the middle of a story. And it finally got to the point that I went, wow, I am not living real life. I'm living on my phone and I'm just staring at this screen when there are so many other things that I could be paying attention to. And so I truly just purged my phone of all of the apps, and it took a really long time to stop going on my phone and clicking. I just began clicking the blank page because they were no longer there. But I do think social media is a fantastic way to keep in touch with people that maybe you don't talk to on an everyday basis. And I think it is a wonderful way to get news. It's a great way to see what's happening in your world, at the click of a button. But I just found that myself personally, I just needed a break from it, and I wanted to be able to go out and enjoy things without feeling like I had to take a picture of everything and caption everything perfectly and filter everything. It's funny because when I applied for the Up publisher position, one of the questions was, what are you going to do to make sure our social media is consistent and that it has the same aesthetic on all of the different programs and that kind of thing. And I sat there and I stared at the question and I went, well, this is not a great question for someone that does not have social media. When I was being interviewed by Maddie, Lily, and Libby, I told them that I thought the fact that I didn't have social media brought a new perspective to Up, because it is true, as a publication, we are looking for outreach. We are trying to, get on people's pages and that kind of thing and get noticed. And I think not having social media just brings a different perspective, and I hope to bring some more, genuine aspects to our social media when it comes to getting people involved and making people feel that they're not just liking a picture, but they really are becoming a part of the Up family. Here, wait, I have to get it. This is probably going to end up on it. Go on, let's see it. As publisher of Up magazine, it's my job to manage your money, but not your life. Oh. That was really aggressive. Yeah, don't use that one. Publisher cover.
Aggressive publisher.
Just, I'm your publisher. Yeah,
oh
perfect.
My God. All right, we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
That's a wrap.